Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win? 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get to... First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The ball carrier.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second round, style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Made by Robert Quinn.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down by...
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Check 43. Kill. Alert.
From the 22, Trubisky. He's got his running back, Darius Geis.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Here we go. Kill.
On third down, Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down at the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 39, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
48-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Check it back, check it back.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. March 49. March 49. 18. It's a long day. That's going to be a long day.
Now it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up
ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Huntley. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want. Anytime they want to throw the football, there was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 49.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Geis, the ball carry.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Below Nichols showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Off the play fake. Huntley rolling to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, The NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Aaron Lee on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing here, Trubisky. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a
ratio. That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. And
off play action. Huntley. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from.
Try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Off the play fake. Huntley. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Geis. And he tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Out. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
This is Geis. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 43 is the mic.
And they'll run with a 4th-year man, Tariq Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
3. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action. Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Huntley. Flush to his right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards on the
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We're going 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They start the 2nd half with a run by Geis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd down and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here They are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Just like that.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Lock in, lock in. Switch. Show it up, show it up.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Now it's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
The ball carrier. Eric Harris up to make the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yards. And the Colts 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Under 10, under 10, 10.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On second down, it's Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
31-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 24.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Huntley to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Huntley dancing to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. Third down here. From the gun, Huntley to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Huntley. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Donald Parham with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now.
Score Bears 16, Colts 10.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Ran, come. 49. Watch 49, guys.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. try to punch it in with Taylor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. On the ground, it's Geis. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action with Trubisky. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
Isaiah Rodgers. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Geis. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's David Montgomery, 2nd-year man from Iowa State. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, this is Geis. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout.
And 8.
Second down and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 40-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
27-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They run with Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up second down. Today's final score, Bears.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bears, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week.